It's Thursday, which means it's time for another episode of my Wick-End Deals series. I cannot wait to share with you all the new product and the sales happening across my 4 favorite retailers. We're going to start by talking about Goose Creek today. More new stuff. Of course, Goose Creek is just unleashing twice a week for the last couple of weeks. So I'll share what's new, talk about their sale. I'll also go over to the Bath & Body Works website, talk about their sale that's okay, but also give you some insights into upcoming product releases that I'm getting off of Instagram. Then we'll talk about Yankee's large jar sale, and finally we'll end with Kringle, which nothing new happening over there, but still some really good sales to be had. Okay, so let's head over to Goose Creek. I'm going to share all the newness with you. Since my video last Thursday, they've released 2 new collections, one of them larger than the other. And then I'm also going to share with you some chatter that's happening on the subreddit and give you some inside information into the app that's cluing us all into the fact that there will probably be another new release possibly happening tomorrow. So I'll share that with you as well. But let's start first with the oldest new collection release, and this is the Garden Blooms collection. Now this one has 8 candles in it. I did place an order. I got all the new fragrances to share with you all, plus a few others, so I'll share the scent notes with you, let you take a look at the webpage, tell you what I would recommend snagging, blind buy, and then we'll move on to the next new collection. This one is Passion Fruit Peony, has scent notes of pink passion fruit, sweet peony blooms, and blonde woods. I did snag this one. It's a new fragrance. I'm not usually a fan of blonde woods, but I'm going to give it a try and going to review it for the channel, of course. I also want to highlight the ants on the jar. A little bit cringe. I don't like insects on my candles, but I like this because ants actually do crawl on peonies. They have a mutual relationship. The plant needs the ants to eat off the nectar. It opens up, and then the ants, of course, need the sugar from the flower. So it's okay. I will allow Goose Creek to put ants on a peony candle. I think it's kind of adorbs. Also, this is nostalgic for me. The one thing I remember about my mom taking care or tending her peonies, she didn't usually do much to take care of them, was that she thought the ants were killing them, and she went out, and I'm like literally watching her as a kid try to pick off all the hundreds of ants that were on the flowers until she finally found out. We had a Michigan State Extension office in my hometown, and she finally found out that it was okay. And then she could stop being, dead set on removing all the ants from the peonies. So this kind of reminds me of home and my childhood, so I'm here for it. Love it. I did pick this one up for us. The next new one is White Picket Honeysuckle. I do not like honeysuckle, y'all, but I will also say that I don't normally like honey fragrances. Both my experiences with honeysuckle and honey fragrances come from Bath & Body Works, and I really like how Goose Creek does honey, so I'm wondering if I'll also really like how they do honeysuckle. I'm going to give it a try, 1, because it's a new fragrance and I want to test it out for y'all, but 2, I'm open to new things with Goose Creek because I feel like their fragrances might be more authentic. This one has sweet honeysuckle, orange flower, and garden vines. Not always crazy about ivy. I do like greens. I don't know about this one, but we're going to give it a try. The next new fragrance in this line is the Wild Berry Wisteria. I did put this one in the cart. By the way, I've already got a shipment notice. This one is on the way. Really excited to try this one. 1, because it has juicy wild berries, which to me look a lot like blueberry. It's got the purple wisteria, which I really enjoy, and sweet amber. I think this one is going to be absolutely gorgeous. If you like fruity, floral, earthy vibes, I would say snag this one blind buy. Obviously, I haven't smelled it, but just by the scent notes, I'm really excited about that one. The next one in the collection is Southern Gardens. This one is a returning fragrance, new to me, however, so I did order this one as well. This one has scent notes of spring, hyacinth, fresh cut roses, which I love, and southern moss. Again, little worried about that moss note in there. I'm not a huge moss fan, but gonna give this one a try anyways because I'm thinking maybe Goose Creek does stuff better. I don't like the moss that's in Kringle candles, and I'm not crazy about other moss candles just in general across brands, but I'm going to try this one. Plus it's Southern, maybe that's different. I'm not sure. I know that the magnolia trees in the south smell different than the ones around here. So maybe the moss smells different. Okay. Next one, Lilac Garden. I'm looking. I did not order this one. That's because I've heard that it's a dupe for fresh cut lilacs at Bath and Body Works. I do already have a backup of that one that I'm going to probably burn in my May rotation. I just don't need more lilac. But if you like fresh cut lilacs from Bath and Body Works, I would say snag this one. It's Garden Lilac, Dewy Green Leaves, and Soft Woods. That one also is a returning fragrance for Goose Creek. Orange Blossom, another returning fragrance. I did snag this one. Not always crazy about Orange Blossom, but y'all, that jar, I love it. All of the orange trees that are the Valencias are in bloom right now because the fruit matures. I want to say it's June, July. So we're getting all of our florals. Actually, the florals are starting to drop now. We're almost done with orange blossom season. So seeing this and then knowing I smell it on my walks, I love it. I want the jar, if nothing else. But I think I'll like the fragrance too. And this actually sounds quite a bit like the Neroli Sands Luxury Candle. So I assume this is going to have a similar element, but be a little bit less perfumey. That's my hope. It's Orange Blossom, Fresh Oranges, and Golden Neroli. So that one is on its way. Then there's the Lavender de France. I did snag this one as well because I love lavender fragrances. This is a returning scent, but new to me. French lavender, Mediterranean fields, and fresh lavender leaves. Cannot wait for this one. If you love lavender, this just sounds like a lavender bomb. I would say go ahead and pick that one up, nose blind. And then the last one, which I did not get, it's a returning fragrance. I don't like gardenia. Although again, maybe I should have because maybe Goose Creek's isn't as strong as Bath and Body Works. If y'all have this one, let me know if this one is weaker. The Bath and Body Works one is so strong. I don't feel like I can burn it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But this one's White Gardenia, Lush Greens, and Neroli Blossoms. And I'm wondering if the greens and the blossom in this one would help balance out the sharpness from the White Gardenia. But I ultimately passed on this one. I don't know. Help me out. If you own this one, tell me how it compares to Bath and Body Works. And also that'll help others in the community who are in a similar situation to me. So that's their new Blooms collection. Now they also came out with 4 of these like storm candles, AI label jars. I don't know, y'all. These labels are a vibe. A couple of them I think are awesome, and the other ones I'm like, this looks almost like a puzzle or like bad art. I'm a little concerned. But anyways, I ordered all 4. Of course I did. Or I should say all 4 are in my cart. I am waiting until tomorrow to see the new ones because I want to add those to my cart as well. And these, by the way, are all 5 for $55 right now. Again, we have the same sale. Don't know when it's going to end. The countdown says tonight, but it has been 5 for $55 on and off for, 3 weeks now? Again, not the best price, but good enough for me. I'm going to buy stuff at that price. And if the sale changes tomorrow and it's even better, hey, why not? All right, so this one, I did put this one on my cart for sure because I want this one for my tea series. This is called Rainy Day Tea Shop. Scent notes are Earl Grey tea, sparkling bergamot, and soothing chamomile. Cannot wait to try this one. Summer, I know, said this was possibly a relabel of a different candle. Summer, I don't remember what you said. So if you're watching, could you leave a comment below? I don't remember what it was. Something with the... was it bergamot or Earl Grey tea candle from the past? I'm going to give it a try just for the Earl Grey episode that I'm doing for my tea series. Plus, I do like those fragrances as well. Stormy Day Snuggle, I added to my cart. I love the clouds in the background on this one. It reminds me a little bit of growing up in Michigan. However, I would not have wanted to have laid near a window during a storm with clouds that look like that. I would have wanted to have been more interior with a storm coming that looked like that. Or maybe in my basement. Which I know for those of you on the West Coast, the term basement may be a foreign concept, but us Midwesterners, we know what basements are. We spend a lot of time in the summer hanging out in them during tornado season. So that this one sounds beautiful. I love that it has oud and then it's a soft oud. Stormy rain, damp foliage. I cannot wait to smell this one. The other new fragrance is Rainy Day Blues. This is the one I feel like looks like a puzzle box. Like this, you could tell me this was like a Springbok puzzle and I would believe you. It's okay. Not crazy about dogs, but you know, good for people who do love dogs. This one is Fresh Rain, Wet Moss, and Dewy Apple. Not my favorite fragrances, y'all. I see moss, I see apple, but again, I'm going to give it a try for the channel, let you all know. And I feel like because I don't like some of that stuff, it might be good for pushing your boundaries as well, because if I end up liking it, maybe you'll try it too. And then this one's my favorite label. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with tornadoes, have been since I was a kid. So I love it, even though it looks totally fake. I love the jar on this one. This one is Stormfront. This is a returning fragrance, well loved in the Goose Creek community. Stormy breeze, windblown linen, and wild lavender. It sounds beautiful. Really, really excited about this one as well. Okay, so let me tell you about the chatter on the subreddit, and I'll show you how you can kind of figure out, there's a couple of ways, how you can kind of figure out what's new and upcoming at Goose Creek. So the one thing you can do is if you have your cell phone and you've downloaded the Goose Creek app, which in general I don't recommend using, it's not good. I wish they would like hire someone to redo their app so that it's better. I've had a lot of issues with the app. I actually don't use it anymore other than for this purpose. And what you can do is in the app, this doesn't work on the web page. In the app, you go to the top. I'll go ahead and put a scroll through up for you so you know what I'm talking about. Where it says search products at the top, you just click on that. And then you'll notice that the very first thing under that says collections. And then there are names of, in this case, 3 fragrances. There's Sugared Lychee, Passion Fruit Capriana, and Pain au Chocolat. These are not candles we're seeing on the main browser. They're not showing up in the actual app. But if I go over to the browser now and I do a search, so click that little search bar, and I'm just going to put in Capriana because it's an odd word that I think few candles would have in it. You'll notice you get that little pop down. You just click that and it does take you to a future page, shows you the scent story, pictures. Eventually this will be a candle. So we've got at least 3 new releases coming up. The speculation is that that's on Friday. Candle Guy over at Reddit is giving us this information. He is a reliable source. I trust him. So I am waiting until tomorrow to make my purchase because I would love to have more candles in my cart to reach that free shipping. And right now I only have the 4 from the Storm series. So just something to keep in mind, there is new stuff on the horizon. So if you want to hold off until tomorrow to make your order bigger so you get free shipping, I would say do that. If you plan on ordering enough today and tomorrow, then that's fine. Do that, because that's the other thing. We don't know what the sale prices are going to be on these. Now, the other way that you can kind of get a clue about what's new is you can go under wax melts, and you'll notice there's a lot more wax melts for sale than there are in the candle form, or at least it's not the same number, but there's a lot of fragrances in wax melt form that aren't in candle form yet. And just to give you an idea, so like this Beach Party one was out before they released the 3-wick collection. So I like to go through here and just see like what's here that's not in Candlewick, the 3-wick form, and then maybe these are ones that are coming out. So like Blueberry Funnel Cake is here, but it's not in 3-wick form. And then I think Peach Rings, there's like some Carnival-esque ones that I'm like, maybe they're going to release a Carnival collection soon. There was another one here. Oh yeah, the Burlwood and Oak was out in wax melt before it came out. The Butterfly Garden was in wax melt before it came out. The Cashmere Linens was in wax melt before it came out in the candle form. Let me see. Oh yeah, here's a Coconut Caramel Apple. There was one that had, I think it was one from the Coffee series. I hauled it, so it's over here. Let me just do some digging. I haven't done this haul video yet. Also, I don't know, are you all interested in wax melts? I kind of want to share with you my wax melt hauls, but I don't know if you want them. Maybe I'll just do it and see how the video does. So Sweet Espresso. This is one that came out in the Coffee House collection. I ordered this, I want to say it was maybe a week before the candle collection came out. This smells so good, y'all. It actually smells like espresso. But yeah, I got this before it came out in candle form. My coffee candles are still on their way, but I did get this probably a week ago. So I like to also go to the wax melt page and just peruse and kind of get an idea for what might be coming out in the future in 3-wick form. Now that isn't always the case. Sometimes these are ones that are like old and just haven't sold out and the candles are long gone, but something to ponder. Also, while I'm up in the Pacific Northwest visiting my sister next week, I'll have a video that's pre-recorded about like tools of the trade, and I'll talk about wax warmers and lamps and all the different tools. I have so many around my house, and that can give you some insight. If you're interested in getting into wax melts, you have a couple of options of how you melt the wax around your home. So look out for that next week. Okay, I think that's everything at Goose Creek. Let me just check my notes. 5 for 55, new storm candles, new potential upcoming releases in the app, and wax melt clues. Yes, we're good on Goose Creek. So let's head over to Bath & Body Works. Bath & Body Works sale, y'all. It's not that great. We're back to the $15.95 3-wick sale. If you have your coupon, that's not horrible. Let's see, $15.95 at 25% off is going to give you a finished price of $11.96. It's under $12. That's not bad. So if you want to, do a relatively good size haul and use your coupon, you've got other stuff you want to pick up, I would say go ahead and buy at that price. Otherwise, not a great deal. There will be better prices before the end of the season, and I'm going to hold off. Single-Wicks are 2 for $20, also not a good deal. So my haul video this weekend, I really don't have any reason to buy any candles at this price, and I don't think I'm going to use my coupon this weekend. So my hauls will be all outlet hauls this weekend because these sales aren't good enough for me to pull the trigger. Now I do want to talk about some new product that is on the horizon for Bath & Body Works. If you follow at BBW_fanatic_123, or if you got it from where I got it from, _Sense Galore on Instagram, they shared some pictures of the new labels. I'll go ahead and post them here so that you see them. Looks like we're getting fresh watermelon as a return, sea salt and sails as a return, which, by the way, y'all, every time I see that, my brain says sea salt and snails. I can't fix my brain. Every time I see that label, I think sea salt and snails. Why? So most of these are returning. Palo Santo is returning. Sweet tea and lemonade is returning, which I'm here for that for sure. Pastel taffy, I don't remember whether or not that's new, and sugar cone crunch. I think sugar cone crunch might be a new one. But then the scent notes on sugar cone crunch are freshly baked sugar cone, caramel, sea salt, and gooey marshmallow. That one has potential. Scent notes on pastel taffy are sticky saltwater taffy, tropical fruits, and vanilla. Sea salt and sails, returning fragrance, ocean sea spray, aloe vera, nectar, and driftwood. Palo Santo also returning, Palo Santo wood, warm amber, and soft musk. I like that one. I have that one from Sass I'm going to burn this summer. Sweet tea and lemonade is brewed sweet tea, fresh squeezed lemon, and sugar crystals. One of my favorites. Absolutely love that one. Now, there's no release date on these. I assume this is summer 1. The other thing that I am guessing, people have said this is going to be released in May, but then Bath & Body Works has a habit of releasing the new, whatever the next new line is, the day after your coupon expires. And I think mine expires the 20th or the 21st. I don't remember. I'll put the date down here. I'm going to look at my coupon while I'm editing. Usually it's like the day after they release something new. So I'm not sure when these are going to come out. May seems like a long ways off, but we don't know. There's 4 more that got posted It's the Santorini Coast Fresh Amalfi Lemon, Starfruit Sangria, and Mahogany Rose. I think all 4 of these are returning, if I recall correctly. Mahogany Rose has rich mahogany, black teakwood, soft rose petals, and rain-kissed ivy. Starfruit Sangria is golden starfruit, kiwi nectar, and chilled sangria. Santorini Coast is creamy coconut, almond blossom, and warm vanilla. And then the Fresh Amalfi Lemon is lemon leaves, chilled spearmint, and cedarwood citrus. Something to keep in mind, I don't know that I would say save your coupon for these because, again, if these get released the day after your coupon expires, it's not worth it. But if you want to wait until the last minute to use your coupon, just in case these come out and you want to snag these, that might be smart too. It's not like the price right now is that great, and we might be in for something better. Although, who knows, next week it could be $16.95, and that's not great either. Okay, so the sale at Bath & Body Works goes through Monday morning at 5:59 a.m. Eastern Time. So again, I'd say wrap up what you need Sunday night before you go to bed. Let's head over to Yankee. Yankee has a really good sale right now if you are a member. If you're not a member, I highly recommend it. It's free. It's similar to Bath & Body Works program. You sign up, you get points, you get free stuff. It's usually in the form of coupons, like $5 coupon, $5 off, fragrance reward. You also get a birthday gift. So I recommend signing up if you aren't already. And if you're a member, the sale price is much better. So non-members, the current sale is $20 for all large jars. That includes signature as well as original jars. And then if you're a member, it's $15. So that's more than half off. This is a better sale than the buy 2, get 2, buy 3, get 3. 1, because you don't have to buy in quantities of 4 or 6, but 2, because it's better than half off. And this works on all candles that are price ranged between $31 and $34. Nothing new in terms of product, but if you were waiting to snag some of that new garden series, or if you were still thinking about the Sun and Games series, this is a good price point. I would recommend picking up what you want or what you've been waiting for. Also, check while you're shopping. If you have a store near you, often if you do BOPIS, you'll get a coupon for future use. So I always do BOPIS, even though I like going into the store and shopping. I do the BOPIS for the coupon. It's usually a $5 off a future purchase. Sometimes it's $5 off plus a free mini. So I always just do BOPIS. Even if it's just one candle, I'll do a BOPIS and then pick up the others in store when I go to get that one. So Yankee's got a pretty good sale on the large jars. That does go through the end of the day on Sunday, 4/13. And if you are a member, you do need you got an email, and you do need the barcode in the email to get the $15 price point. Okay, Kringle, nothing new to report. We don't have any new product. We don't have any new sales. It's the exact same sales and products from last week. If you did not see me walk through all the new product, I'll go ahead and link last week's Wick-End Deals video below. I went through all their new 3 wicks. There are 19. Those are all currently still 3 for $33, which is a pretty good price on their 3 wicks. The only time I've snagged them cheaper outside of end of season sales is when they were 6 for $60. They're also still having their 30% off sale on their Easter candles and select spring floral candles. And they still have their spring summer daylights bundle. You get 12 candles for $24, normally $48, so those are still half price. Great sale. I took advantage of this last week. I'm not going to be picking anything up from Kringle. Don't know the end dates on those either. Kringle does not make it easy to find information about when their sales will end. So I would say if you're pondering, thinking about it, I wouldn't delay just in case things go off sale. All right, I think that's it. We've gotten through all 4 of my favorite retailers. I'm going to be focusing this weekend really on Goose Creek. That's where my laser beams are on Goose Creek candles this weekend. I don't think I'm going to get anything at Yankee. Maybe I'll snag those other 2 garden series. I just don't feel like I need more of their candles right now. Bath & Body Works passing unless it's an outlet deal, and Kringle, I am set. My order is on its way, and I do not need more Kringle candles at the moment. So what are you all going to pick up? Are you excited about any of these sales? What do you have in your cart? Do you have any good coupons? share that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're interested in, what you might be snagging, what gets you excited this weekend with these sales. And then if you have any questions for me, I can try to answer them for you to the best of my ability. You can put those in the comments as well. If you aren't already subscribed and you want to see this type of video, I do this every week on my channel. Every Thursday I post a new Wick-End deal, so I highly recommend subscribing. And if you really want to be alerted of my videos, make sure you hit that bell so that you get notifications sent as soon as I post new content, which is pretty regular these days. On the horizon, y'all, tomorrow you're going to see my lit review unboxing of these new, I don't remember what the collection is. I keep calling them the pastels line because all the jars are kind of pastel colors, but I know that's not the name of the series. But you're going to see my lit review for that. Saturday I'll have my Ritual Bath & Body Works haul. I've got lots of good stuff coming down the channel line, so be sure to tune in, and thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a great weekend and go out there and take advantage of some of these sales. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.